Takže momentálně jsme se dostali na Pearl Harbor a půjdeme se lodí podívat na potopenou loď Arizonu. Budeme okolo, pojedeme ještě okolo Missouri. Doufám, že se mi to podaří všechno natočit. Každopádně tady je i pomník, je tady ponorka, takže se vám budu snažit natočit i tu ponorku. Dovnitř se nejspíš nedostaneme, i když je tam vstup a dá se tam mít, ale my tam dneska určitě nepůjdeme, protože máme v plánu ještě jiné věci. Vstup do areálu je zcela zdarma, i do toho muzea. Jediné, co se tady musí platit, tak je vlastně ta ponorka, vstup osobně na tu ponorku a výšťka lodi. Řekl bych, že tady tohle je pomník za potopené lodě a za padlé životy, které byly na těch lodích. Všechno vypsané. Je stejný, takže já bych řekl, že to je jenom za tu Arizonu. Teda chtěl bych se opravit, je to za Arizonu. A tohle to jsou všechno padlé životy, které zkusíme se trošku blíž podívat na tu ponorku. Tady je hodně krásné. Do kterého bych se později rád podíval. Uvidíme, kolik času mi vyjde na to. Rád bych se se svýma divákama podělil o to, jak to vypadá na Pearl Harbor. Lodí, o kterých se tu píše, je tady opravdu hodně. Vidíte, všechno tady tohleto je o lodích. Co jsem pochopil teda, tak by to měla být ponorka za druhé světové války, která byla poprvé hnaná jaderným pohonem. Nebyla to jaderná ponorka, ale byla na jaderný pohon. Ještě bych tady rád strávil více času, abych si tohleto všechno přečetl. Bohužel na to nemám čas. Takže jdeme zavítat na loď. Jsem zvědavý, jak bude vypadat Arizona pod hladinou. Potopená loď Arizona. Nevím, která část lodí to je. Možná prostředek. Nějaké grupy, nevím přesně na co.
Maybe periodically past all so I've actually been inside the skin of the ship. I've seen photographs. It's just kind of eerie how it's shaded on the personal life.
Proto zasnula, jo?
Jenček už je opět ve formě.
Short on time, so if it sounds like I'm rushing, because I'm rushing, we're going to send you out the doors to your left when we're done in here, but if you can go ahead and silence your cell phones. And what I'd like to do in here is tell you a story about a man that found something at this site that he was not looking for and never expected to find. As I do that, I'd like you to think about your reasons for coming out all this way and for visiting a national memorial. His name was Richard Fisk. He was born in 1922. And in 1940, he would enlist with the Marines and be assigned as a bugler aboard the USS West Virginia, where he would be stationed on December 7, 1941, when his ship was struck by 9 torpedoes and 2 dive bombs. He was up in the navigation tower, which means he was close enough to those pilots to see, close enough to those planes to see the pilot's face. It means he was there to watch his captain take his last breath. It means he would swim through fire and oil before he would find safety that day. He would go on to serve in Iwo Jima. He would refer to it as 36 straight days at Pearl Harbor. Later in life, he would come back here. He would volunteer his time throughout the 1980s so that folks like you could come out and pay your respects, learn about Pearl Harbor, and understand the legacy of it. And even then, all those years later, he would wake up in the middle of the night in terror. He was haunted by the face of the pilot from all those years ago. Fast forward a little bit. The year is 1991, and Richard is out to dinner with some friends. He asked if they'll be attending the remembrance ceremony that year. It's the 50th one. Of course they're going to be there. They wouldn't miss it for the world. But something's not right. Richard hasn't been himself all night, so they ask why. He responds, he'll be there this time. Who? The pilot that sunk my ship. I've hated that SOB for 50 years. I'll finally see him again, and it's not through my gun sight. Quick show of hands, folks. How many people in this room have ever hated someone before? Yeah. It's not an uncommon emotion, but what is uncommon is holding on to it for that long, letting it sit and fester in oneself for 50 years. That's much darker. It's much deeper. Richard would attend that remembrance ceremony. and so would a Japanese pilot by the name of Zenji Abe. Why? What was he looking for? Abe would come back to this site 50 years to the day after dropping his bomb here in search of forgiveness. And he would find forgiveness right here in the embrace of Richard Fisk, who on December 7th, 1991, finally found peace. His war was over. The nightmare stopped. They would become friends. They would tear a dollar bill in half and each would keep it in their wallet for the rest of their lives. And every year after that, Abe would send 2 roses to this site. One, to honor the Americans who made the ultimate sacrifice. The other, to honor the Japanese pilots who never made it home. And every year, Richard would take those roses, lay them down in front of the wall of names that you're about to go see. Get out his bugle and play taps. Not once, twice. Once for the Americans, once for the Japanese. I asked you folks to think about your reasons for coming to this site as I told that story. And whatever they are, I hope you hold them close as you journey out to our memorial. But I also ask that in honor of those 2 men, you save a little room in your heart for grace, for empathy, and for the spirit of reconciliation. Thank you so much for joining me today. Do not forget to do it.